Good morning, everyone. It's Friday morning, the 24th. Yeah. I'm chilly, and I'm starting to wonder if I turned the heat up when I got up. Usually I turn it down at night, turn it up in the morning. Let me tell you, last night was a miserable attempt to sleep. My allergies hate me. Oh my goodness. The itchy eyes, the itchy nose, the itchy ears, the whole thing was making me crazy. I was like cranky and miserable at midnight, 1 a.m. Did finally fall asleep. Ended up having this bizarre dream that aliens were about to crash into the school, and so like a bunch of my coworkers and then a couple classmates, we were all shopping like crazy. But luckily we didn't have to pay anything because, aliens. And so we were shopping like crazy and filling these carts with everything we would need. And then we were all going to meet on the corner, and then we had to figure out where to go. It was hysterical. It was actually a really good dream. I totally could have slept in for hours if it wasn't for a certain feline insisting on breakfast. Right? You wanted breakfast? Wouldn't let mommy sleep. Yeah. Alright, so, well, when we get a walk through here, you're going to down? Did I put in too many things? There you go. Hop down. Get down. I keep thinking I want to make one of those little obstacle courses, though I don't have really good floors for that. Anyway, today we're going to move on and finish our button keep or balloon ball. Okay. So yesterday, hopefully everyone finished covering their 3 petals. And today we're going to talk about putting those guys together. Oh, before I go too far, I want to make sure everybody remembers it's Friday. It's the final Friday of the month. So it's the Final Friday Frolic for Chestnut Bay, which is live on Facebook tonight. It's at 7, I think. I'll put the link in the blog post. It's a great way to do a little online shopping, have some fun. Tonight is the pajama party, so don your pajamas and grab a glass of wine and just kind of have fun and enjoy and pick up some cute things. From what I understand, there's going to be story time. Yes, very important. All right, so let's get these guys covered. The first thing I'm going to do is something that is a little different compared to what I've done in the past. I want to make sure I get this hanging loop in there nice and secure. So I'm actually going to attach that before I start covering these, before I start connecting these guys. So tie my little knots. You'll notice I'm this weird obsessive knot tire. I just kind of like zone out and knot. I don't do pretty knots. I don't do really cool knots. I just put knots. It's the whole rhythm of the thing. All right, so I am just closing up my loop here. I am going to grab some more ribbon at some point to make a bow. I just grabbed a little really quick. This is just cotton sateen. All right, I want to make sure these guys are going the direction I want. All righty. So I'm going to put the loop against the inside, just so it's kind of poking up at the top. Actually, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it in half. Can you see that? A little hard white on white. That way there's the smallest amount possible having to stick through the top. And I'm just going to stick this in place. So yeah, these allergies are miserable. I've complained about them numbers of times. The good news is I got an order of Claritin in with my grocery order with Wegmans. The bad news is the time slot I was able to get is Monday. But at least it's a time slot. So my one last pill of Claritin is to make it till Monday. I'm going to take it for tomorrow because tomorrow I have an online presentation. Oh, which, by the way, unless I get up really early tomorrow and record this video and get it uploaded before the other presentation, there might be a delay tomorrow. I have to figure out how I'm going to do that because, you know, I'm not necessarily awake really early. So we shall see. I'm worried about having it upload while I'm trying to be online for the second presentation too. I know the phone will upload through 3G and I think the laptop's uploading through 5G, but still, I don't want to slow things down. All right, I'm collecting my threads even more obsessively now because a certain little angel decided last night that she was going to try to get threads out of the garbage because I have the, you know, the trash can just for sewing stuff. Like, you little rascal. All right, so I'm switching over to the blue thread, that variegated blue. It's not quite the same blue, but I just want to see how it comes out. Not a period thread, of course. But I have a ton of it, and I don't know what else to do with it. What I should do is like a white on white. Well, it's not going to be a white. It would be a blue on white quilt. Like whole cloth or something. Add that to the to-do list. Alrighty, so ribbon on. All right. Hoping to get these guys lined up just about right. Yep. All right, so I'm going to put two together. I'm actually going to start at the bottom. Put my needle so that the knot's on the inside, like that. All right, and I'm going to stick my finger in between as we get going. I'm going to keep it out for the top pointy part. When I get to the sides, I'll be pushing them together like that. That would just bring the silk parts together. So you're grabbing the silk layer mostly, okay? All right. I'm holding it like this. It's been a little while since I've done these. The whole idea is to get the silk layer caught and brought snugly together. Sorry about my sniffles. Been doing Claritin in the morning because it's non-drowsy, and then Benadryl at night. I may end up taking some Benadryl. So one of the fun things of this is sometimes you accidentally end up with your thread looping around one of the pieces. All right. So just to give you an idea of how that's going to come together. Go. So now I'm reaching the point where I'm going to put my finger in between. And then I'm pinching with these fingers. Pinching here, finger in there. Now because I like doing the X's, I will go back over with a second set of stitches. Now you can go through this with a structural thread first, and then go back over it with a decorative thread if you want. Or you can add a piece of cording. I have wondered what it would look like with piping sticking through, but I haven't figured out logistically how to make that work right. What you doing? She does this thing where she jumps up on the back of the couch and then like wraps her arms around the back. She's really cute. Looks like she's hugging it. Alrighty, so I've made it to the end. Alright, so that's what that end is gonna look like. And I didn't quite get my edges lined up. I thought I was closer than that. Oh well. Alright, there's the nose. Pardon me. Alright, so we're going to now add our next piece. So this is where it's going to get fun because you've got to get everybody shaped in there together. Oops. Okay, be careful not to bend it too much like I just did. Alright. I'm going to hold this like this. I'm actually going to use my chest. And get these layers together. I don't think this is one I would ever do a live demo of because it's not exactly the most graceful. You'll have to come up with your own ways of, you know, fussing with your pasteboard until it gets into the right spots. This blue is really kind of turning out to be a nice coordinating color in some spots. Alright. So what I'm doing is kind of opening the box. And there we go. Once, I don't know if you can see that end popped in there. It's going to make it a little easier. I can see that oops in the pasteboard that I did. Now remember, two sides are getting completely closed. And then one side is going to get partly closed. So we're going to stitch down a little bit on the top and a little bit on the bottom, but not all the way. Now, that loop that I did, of course, you don't have to do that if you're just going to use it as a button keep or a container for thread. You can put a bow there. You can put bows on both ends. You could do tassels. There's a lot of little options. I don't know what I'm going to do with this one yet. Okay. So here I'm finishing up the second side. You can see the end's kind of loose. So at this point, I am going to try to tighten up the connection with all 3 points there. So I'm going to go right through the ends of 2 and bring in the third. snickety there. Come on. Might have to squeeze with your hands as you draw these in together. And the trick is you got to draw in tight, but not so tight as to break your thread. And then sometimes the angles are just so that you can't quite get your fingers through there. So I do use the scissors or something to push my needle through. Or, you know, a thimble. This is one where you might want to wear a thimble. There we go. I might end up putting something at this end too to make this end a little prettier. There we go. All right, so once I'm happy with that end, then I can start working up the other side. Again, we got to remember to leave that gap. I'm only going to go up an inch or inch and a half. You have to decide on how big of a ball you want to put in there. That'll help you determine how far up you want to go. Okay, and then I'm going to jump up further, leave that gap. I'll trim that thread off in a little bit. But I'm going to use this tail end to knot. Of course, you can cut your thread off and then start over. I'm just doing this to save some time in the video. And I'll keep on continuing. These could look really cute beaded, I think. Now I am, occasionally you can hear that sound. I am going through a little bit of the pasteboard as I do this. That's why a really sharp, strong needle is important. As you're going through, hopefully some tight weave silk if you're using silk, and then the pasteboard. That's definitely something that can snap a needle. Then they're done that. All right, tying that little guy off. I'm not going to cut that because I'm actually going to go back down through. All right, let's snip this little guy. Alrighty, so there we have our basic balloon bag button keep. I'll get my fingers right there and you can see. Where's the opening? I just did the opening. There it is. This one's really tight. There's the opening. I think it's going to be a little while before this guy wants to open and close like the other one. But yeah, it'll open and close. And I really did use the more flexible pasteboard. Let's see how much of an opening. I did a bigger opening on this one. That's why that's a little easier. I might make an adjustment on this. So let's say inch at the most down each side. All right, so there you go. Enjoy working on yours, and I'll see you tomorrow. Just might be a little later, okay? Bye-bye, all.